I was broke, $30,000 in debt, facing eviction, largely alone, and overweight. Yet I still partied every weekend thinking that it would work itself out. Well, it didn't. And in this video, I'm gonna break down why I quit partying, why you probably should too, and how this was really the secret to my transformation, to losing 20 pounds, to getting out of debt, buying a vehicle, and turning my life around for the better in so many different ways, internally as well, not just externally. I am now way more peaceful, grounded, disciplined, motivated, purpose driven, and every single day I'm taking steps to working towards my dream, making that a reality and bringing that reality into fruition. See, after serving 8 years in the Army, I had this chip on my shoulder with my personal freedom and your individual expression being stifled and you're following orders. You don't really have a lot of choice, and your life is dictated by people above you, essentially. That's a watered down version, but I digress. I had this chip on my shoulder, and it led me to want to do whatever the hell I wanted to do, whenever the hell I wanted to do it. And this brought me to a fault. By living that way, I had made a lot of fun memories, but it was foolish, and it led me down the path of least resistance. And that belief was not only hedonistic, short-term pleasure seeking while sacrificing long-term potential, but it was also feminine. Women and children should be the ones following their heart and doing whatever feels good to them and is fun. And to a certain extent, of course, like us as men, we need to have some fun, let loose a little bit. But without that ability to delay gratification, to sacrifice, to have self-discipline, to suffer, to put yourself through a ringer, to go on the hero's journey suffering, you'll never amount to anything significant. You'll never bring your dreams into reality. And if you're living for the weekend, 5 days out of the week just for those two, you're escaping your life. Your life is something that you have to fix to the point that you don't need to escape from anymore. Something is going very wrong if your existence is so dreary from Monday through to Friday afternoon until you get off and go hard Friday night, Saturday night. And again, this isn't to say that we should never have fun and make memories with our friends or let loose a little bit. But if your life is dominated by this, it's cope. You're coping with your life. You're sedating yourself to the miserable or saddening, depressing, unfulfilling, disappointing existence that you live every day. And that those alcohol, the party drugs, the escapism activities, going out drinking, clubbing, festivals, it's just so that you can come back and cope better with your life. And this mentality that I'm speaking of led me to rock bottom. I just had this willful belief, this naively optimistic belief that everything would work out, that I'd be okay. And on a long enough scale, if you're doing the right things, you will be okay. But it led me to ruin. My credit score is still suffering from that time. And I had a lot of things also that I'm not talking about go wrong during that period. But it was foolish of me, and it led me to rock bottom. It took that rock bottom to learn, putting my hand on the stove, learning it's hot, that I really need to change. And I had to take full responsibility for all the errors of my way, all the foolishness, the stupidity, the financial stupidity as well. But some of it too was also very calculated. But I digress. And ideally, you do not have to hit rock bottom to change. Ideally, you can see this video. Ideally, you can have enough awareness and wherewithal to realize certain things about your life and accept that it isn't okay, but then also take action to correct it, to rectify it, to get your life back on track towards building something or being someone that you're proud of and that you want in this life. Because it is infinitely times more valuable, fulfilling than this hedonistic lifestyle and escapism. So the first step you need to change to shift your life from the path that you're on, which is towards mediocrity and bad health and the status quo of what our American society produces, you have to decide to get sober. Sober is step one. And once you get sober, it's honestly incredible. Not only when you do go out, it's even more enjoyable because you never go out, but it allows you to put everything into perspective. You're putting everything into perspective. You're not sabotaging your mental health. For me, when I got sober, my mood was way more stable. way more stable. I had this weird thing, anxious thing of reminiscing on the past and like reliving on replay, like awkward moments or moments that weren't even awkward, but now I'm putting this weird spin on it. And it's like giving me anxiety, and who gives a shit? It was like 2 months ago or 6 years ago, like, so there's a lot of irrational things. You gain your sanity back, to be honest. Not only that, you're not pissing away all your neurochemicals, all your dopamine and your motivation. The hardest thing for me was partying and then trying to, sober up Sunday or Monday even, and get back to work, make content, to be motivated to get more clients. Anytime I went out drinking and music festival, even to this day, if I do that, it destroys your momentum. You have to like restart. It's not just 1 or 2 days for the alcohol to leave your liver and whatnot. It's a whole thing. It takes a few days now, and you've lost that momentum, you've lost that progress, and you lengthen the amount of time it's going to take to get to your goals. Next, you really need to reframe partying as an accessory to your life, not your life, which is what it was for me. And once you do that, you're able to prioritize it in a way that it serves you, where you're not wasting your money every weekend, killing your momentum, killing your motivation and your energy, and sabotaging your progress. If you can heed my wisdom, heed my words, and change your ways, then you will transform your life. You're gonna lose some weight. You're not gonna be so bloated all the time. Your skin's gonna clear up. You're gonna have more energy to go to the gym, to take your life more seriously, to get more active. You're gonna lose the desire. You're gonna break that addiction, more than likely, that desire to keep going out. I'm at the point now where if I go out, it's for a very special occasion. It's someone's birthday, friends I haven't seen in a long time, or it's a music festival once or twice a year, instead of the 4 festivals and every single weekend going out. Not only that, you'll transform your mental health. You'll stop overthinking as much. You have a lot of clarity and mental energy, fortitude that you can deploy towards your goals and thinking about problems in your life. It gives you a lot of perspective. Financially, you're gonna stop wasting hundreds of dollars every weekend, thousands of dollars yearly. Socially, you're gonna make other friends that value important things like you do, or who are more successful, more driven, and have healthier habits that you can then be positively influenced by. Because peer pressure isn't always negative, it's positive too sometimes. And maybe now, if you do this, you'll stop chasing girls who aren't wifey material. The dating scene, I should make this video, the dating scene nowadays it is trash, the amount of things you have to deal with. And lastly on the subject, if you can do this, you really will transform your life. The amount of pride you can have into the man that you're building, you can't replace it. You can't replace that. And it only comes from you making difficult decisions and doing the right thing, following your conscience. Because I guarantee you right now, if you're watching this video, that there's a voice inside your head that's been telling you to stop, that's been telling you to slow down, that's been telling you to get to the gym, to do this, that you need to slow down, that you need to stop this addiction, that you need to get help, or that something ain't right here, it ain't even that fun anymore, but you're not listening to it. And the longer you go without listening to your conscience about this, the more pain it's gonna cause you. And that very pain of you ignoring that voice in your head of telling you to do what you know you should be doing, the more anxiety and distance it's gonna create from you and where you wanna be. And the more it's probably gonna push you towards those escapist behaviors. So stop it, be proud of the man you're becoming, the difficult decisions you're making, and the discipline you're exercising every day to change your life. Build a life that you don't want to escape from, that you don't need to go to these festivals or going out every weekend. Because the truth is, without hitting rock bottom and choosing sobriety and choosing to make the difficult decisions that I made and executing them, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be doing this video. I would have gave up and I'd be a fucking loser. So if you got value from this video, subscribe, drop a comment. Let me know if this was real enough for you. I try to be honest, try to give you guys the scoop and be real. And I'll ask that you reflect on this. Maybe you don't agree with me entirely, but reflect on this and see if there's anything that you can extrapolate and apply to your own life for your benefit, because that's why I do this. Thank you.